This is not about blaming women. This is about understanding reality. Because the truth is simple. When someone truly values you, you don't feel anxious all the time. You feel secure. You feel respected. You feel chosen. But when she doesn't care, her actions will always show it. Not her words, her actions. So pay attention, because these 5 behaviors will tell you everything you need to know. Before we begin, the Stoic Tribe team is currently working on the Stoic Relationship Blueprint for Men course that's coming very soon. This will completely transform how you handle women, emotions, and power, turning confusion into clarity and weakness into control in every area of your life. It breaks everything down step by step, so you don't just understand it. You apply it permanently and become unshakable in any situation. If you're ready to step into that level, comment the blueprint right now. Number 1. She replies when she feels like it. She takes hours, sometimes days, to reply, and you already know exactly how that feels because you are living it right now, staring at your phone longer than you should, rereading your last message, wondering if you said too much or not enough, thinking maybe she is busy, maybe something happened, maybe she will reply soon. But deep down you already sense the truth you keep trying to avoid, because when someone values you, they do not create confusion, they create clarity. And what she is giving you is not clarity. It is controlled distance. It is calculated silence. It is her deciding when you are allowed access to her attention. And every time you accept that, every time you wait patiently, every time you reply instantly the moment she finally responds, you are training her how to treat you. You are showing her that your time is always available while hers is limited, that your attention is guaranteed while hers is optional. And this is where you lose your position without even realizing it. Because you are no longer engaging as an equal. You are reacting like someone who is hoping to be chosen, and she senses that immediately, not because she overthinks it, but because it is obvious in your behavior, in your speed, in your tone, in the way you try to keep the conversation alive when she is giving you nothing to work with. And the harder you try, the less she respects you. Because effort without reciprocity does not build attraction. It exposes imbalance, and now instead of being someone she is curious about, you become someone she expects to always be there, predictable, available, easy to access. And once you become predictable in that way, your value drops because there is no tension, no uncertainty, no need for her to invest anything. She already knows you are waiting, and that is the part you need to confront directly without softening it. She is not confused about you. She is not unsure about how to respond. She is choosing to respond when it suits her because you have made it clear that you will still be there regardless. And that is why your solution is not to send better messages, not to ask what is wrong, not to try to spark her interest again. Your solution is to remove the behavior that makes you easy to ignore. You stop replying instantly. You stop giving long emotional responses to short, dry messages. You stop trying to revive conversations that she is clearly letting die. You step back and you observe. You match energy without forcing anything. And most importantly, you detach from the outcome. You do not sit there waiting anymore. You shift your focus back to your life, your work, your body, your purpose. Because the moment you stop orbiting around her responses is the moment you regain control over yourself. And this is where discipline comes in, because it is not easy to not check your phone. It is not easy to not reply quickly. It is not easy to not seek that small hit of attention when it finally comes. But strength is built in those exact moments when you choose control over impulse, when you choose silence over reaction, when you choose self-respect over temporary validation. And once you start doing this consistently, something changes inside you. You stop measuring your worth by how fast she replies. You stop letting her behavior dictate your mood. You become stable, grounded, focused, and from that position, you see the situation clearly for what it is, not what you hoped it would be. And now you have options, real options, because you are no longer attached to someone who is giving you the bare minimum, and whether she notices or not stops being the point, because the real shift is that you notice your own behavior and you correct it. You stop accepting low effort, you stop rewarding inconsistency, and you build a standard that filters out anyone who cannot meet you where you stand. And that is how you turn this situation into power, not by trying to win her attention, but by refusing to compete for it in the first place. And if you are starting to recognize yourself in that pattern, and you are ready to break it for good, this is exactly why the Stoic Relationship Blueprint ebook for men exists, because it gives you the structure, the discipline, and the mindset to stop reacting and start leading your own life. It is filled with timeless principles that immediately shift how you think, how you act, and how you handle situations like this without second-guessing yourself. And now it is available in audiobook form, so you can absorb this knowledge while walking, training, or moving through your day, turning wasted time into growth. Ask yourself honestly, how much longer are you going to stay stuck in the same cycle before you decide to change something permanently? The link is in the comments. Number 2, she never makes time for you. She's always busy, and you hear it again and again in different forms, different excuses, different delays, but the pattern never changes. And if you are honest with yourself, you already see the pattern clearly because it is consistent. She is unavailable when it comes to you, yet available for everything else. And this is where you need to stop interpreting her words and start analyzing her actions with complete honesty, because time is the most honest currency people have. Nobody accidentally spends time on what they do not value. Nobody repeatedly chooses everything else over someone they truly want to see. And what she is showing you is not confusion or uncertainty. It is prioritization. She is placing you lower on her list while you are placing her at the top of yours, and that imbalance is exactly why you feel stuck, because you are investing where there is no return, and instead of stepping back, you try to compensate. You become more flexible, more understanding, more patient. You tell yourself she is just going through a lot. You tell yourself she will make time eventually, but eventually never arrives, because there is no pressure for her to change. She already has your attention without needing to earn it. And this is where you need to take full responsibility for your position, not her behavior, because her behavior is consistent with her level of interest. But your behavior is what keeps you in that position. You continue to accept delayed plans, vague answers, last-minute cancellations. You continue to adjust your schedule around someone who would not do the same for you. And every time you do that, you lower your own standard. You send a silent message that your time is less important, that your presence is negotiable. And once that message is established, it becomes very difficult to reverse unless you change your actions completely. And that change starts with a simple but difficult decision. You stop chasing availability. You stop asking when she is free. You stop waiting for her to decide when you are worth her time. Instead, you focus on building a life that is full without her. You structure your days with purpose. You invest in your growth, your discipline, your environment. You create a schedule that matters to you. And now when someone wants access to you, they have to fit into your world, not the other way around. And this is not about playing games. This is about self-respect in its purest form, because when you respect your time, you naturally attract people who respect it too, and those who do not simply fall away without you needing to force anything. And that is where clarity replaces confusion, because you no longer sit there wondering why she is not making time. You already understand that if she wanted to, she would. And instead of taking that personally, you take it as information. Information that guides your decisions. Information that protects your energy. Information that helps you move forward without resentment. And this is where Stoic discipline becomes powerful in your life, because you stop reacting emotionally to her absence. You stop trying to control something that is outside of your control. You focus only on what is within your control, your actions, your standards, your direction. And once you operate from that mindset, something shifts permanently. You are no longer dependent on someone choosing you. You are choosing how your life is structured, how your time is spent, who gets access to you. And that level of control changes everything, because now you are not waiting to be prioritized. You are already living as someone who prioritizes himself, and from that position you naturally attract better. Not because you are trying harder, but because you have removed the need to chase what does not choose you. And that is the real transformation. Not getting her to make time for you, but becoming someone who never again tolerates being placed last. Number 3. She shows no effort. You are the one carrying everything, and if you stop for even a moment, the entire connection collapses, and that right there tells you everything you need to know if you are willing to face it without softening the truth. Because effort is not something that needs to be begged for. It is something that naturally appears when someone values you. And what you are dealing with is not lack of time or lack of opportunity. It is lack of intention. She is not investing because she has decided you are not worth investing in. And instead of accepting that, you start overcompensating. You text first every time. You initiate every conversation. You plan every meetup. You carry every interaction on your back, as if it is your responsibility to make something out of nothing. And slowly you begin to lose yourself in that process, because you are no longer acting from strength. You are acting from need. And that need shows in everything you do, in how quickly you respond, in how much you give without receiving, in how you tolerate being the only one trying while convincing yourself that things will change if you just stay consistent. But consistency in the wrong direction does not create results. It creates exhaustion. And now you are tired, mentally drained, constantly thinking about what you can do better while she is doing nothing at all. And this is where you need to stop lying to yourself. She sees your effort. She is aware of it. She is benefiting from it. But she is choosing not to match it. And that choice is not accidental. It is deliberate. Because when someone truly wants you, they do not risk losing you through inaction. They move, they initiate. They engage, they make their presence known without being pushed. And since she is not doing any of that, it means you are the only one trying to create something that does not exist. And the more you try, the less she respects you, because you are proving that you will stay even when she gives you nothing. You are showing that your standards are low enough to accept one-sided effort. And once that becomes your pattern, it follows you into every interaction, not just with her, but with everyone, because you train yourself to chase, to prove, to overextend, and that is exactly what you need to break. Not by becoming cold or bitter, but by becoming disciplined, by recognizing that your energy is valuable and should not be given freely to someone who does not reciprocate. And this is where you apply control. You stop initiating constantly. You stop carrying conversations. You allow silence to exist without rushing to fill it. You observe what she does when you are not pushing things forward, and what you will see is clarity. Either she steps up or she fades out, and both outcomes serve you because they remove confusion from your life. And this is the mindset you need to build. You do not chase effort, you respond to it. You do not try to convince someone to value you. You watch whether they already do. And if they do not, you walk away without creating drama, without explaining yourself, without trying to force understanding, because your actions speak louder than any words you could say. And this is where inner strength is built, in your ability to walk away from imbalance without hesitation, in your ability to choose yourself when someone else refuses to choose you. And once you start operating from that place, everything shifts. You become selective, you become aware, you become someone who values his own time and energy, And that changes how people interact with you. Because now they understand that access to you is not guaranteed, it is earned, and that alone filters out those who are not willing to meet your standard. And the most important part is this: you stop taking her lack of effort personally. You stop internalizing it as something being wrong with you. You understand that her behavior is a reflection of her level of interest, not your level of worth. And once that understanding becomes solid, you move differently. You no longer chase validation through effort. You build your value through discipline, through consistency in your own life, through focusing on your goals, your health, your direction. And from that place you naturally attract better, because you are no longer trying to earn attention. You are living in a way that commands it without asking. And that is the transformation that changes everything. Not getting her to put in effort, but becoming someone who never again tolerates being the only one trying. Number 4, she avoids real connection. Every conversation stays on the surface, and you already notice it, but you keep brushing it off because part of you hopes that if you just give it more time, things will deepen naturally, but they never do. And that is not by accident, it is by design. She is keeping things light on purpose because she has no intention of building anything meaningful with you. And instead of accepting that you try to push for more, you ask deeper questions. You try to open up. You share parts of yourself hoping she will meet you there, but she doesn't. She redirects. She keeps things casual. She avoids anything that requires emotional investment. And this is where you need to stop misreading the situation. Because when a woman is genuinely interested, she does not avoid depth. She leans into it. She wants to understand you. She wants to connect. She wants to create something that goes beyond surface-level interaction. But when she does not care, she keeps you at a distance while still maintaining access to you. And that is the trap you are caught in. You are close enough to stay, but never close enough to matter. And that middle ground is where your time gets wasted, because you keep thinking progress is happening when in reality nothing is moving forward. And the more you try to deepen the connection, the more obvious the imbalance becomes, because you are the only one trying to build something real while she is comfortable keeping it casual. And this is where you need to apply discipline, not emotion, because your instinct is to try harder, to be more interesting, to say better things, to somehow unlock a level of connection that she is not offering, but you cannot force depth where there is no intention for it. And the moment you understand that, you stop trying to extract something that is not there. You stop investing emotionally into someone who is not meeting you at that level. You pull your energy back. You stop oversharing. You stop trying to create connection through effort alone, and instead you observe. You watch her actions without adding your own interpretation, because clarity comes from observation, not assumption. And what you will see is that her behavior is consistent. She engages when it is easy. She disappears when it requires more. She keeps things convenient for herself, while you are the one trying to turn it into something meaningful. And once you see that clearly, you have a decision to make. Either you continue playing along and accept surface-level interaction, or you remove yourself completely and free your time and energy for something real. And this is where strength is required, because walking away from something that almost feels like it could become something is harder than walking away from something that is clearly nothing. But that almost is what keeps you stuck. It keeps you hoping, it keeps you investing, it keeps you waiting. And the longer you stay in that space, the more you lose, not just time, but focus, discipline, and self-respect. And that is why you need to make a clean decision. You do not stay where there is no growth. You do not invest where there is no return. You do not try to convince someone to connect with you on a deeper level, because genuine connection does not need to be forced. It happens naturally when both sides are aligned. And if she is not aligned with you, then your role is not to change her. Your role is to move forward. And that is where your power comes from, not from trying to win her over, but from recognizing when something is not aligned and having the discipline to walk away without hesitation, without overthinking, without looking back. And once you operate from that mindset, something shifts permanently. You stop chasing connection in the wrong places. You stop settling for surface-level interactions that lead nowhere. You become selective about who you invest in. And that selectiveness is what raises your standard, because now you are not just looking for attention, you are looking for alignment, depth, and intention. And those things only come when you are willing to walk away from anything that does not offer them. And that is the transformation. Not getting her to open up, but becoming someone who no longer wastes time on someone who chooses to stay closed. Number 5. She keeps you as an option. She doesn't fully leave, but she never fully chooses you. And that in-between space is exactly where you get trapped, because it gives you just enough to stay, but never enough to move forward. And if you are honest with yourself, you already recognize the pattern. She appears when it suits her, disappears when it doesn't, gives you small moments of attention that keep you interested, then pulls back just enough to keep you uncertain. And that cycle repeats until you are mentally exhausted, constantly trying to figure out where you stand, while she already knows exactly where you stand. You are available, you are consistent, you are there whenever she decides to reach out, and that is why she keeps you around. Not because she is building something with you, but because you serve a purpose in her life without requiring her to commit. You are the backup, the extra option, the one she can return to when she wants attention, conversation, or reassurance. And the harsh truth you need to accept is that she is not confused about you. She understands your position clearly. She knows you will respond. She knows you will engage. She knows you will stay. And that certainty allows her to keep you in rotation without investing anything real. And instead of stepping out of that position, you try to secure it. You try to turn that inconsistent attention into something stable. You try to prove that you are worth choosing, but the more you try, the more you confirm your role as an option, because someone who is trying to be chosen is already in a lower position than someone who is choosing for himself. And that is where your shift needs to happen, not in how you interact with her, but in how you see yourself. Because as long as you accept being treated as an option, you will continue to experience this pattern with different people in different forms. And the solution is not to convince her to choose you. The solution is to remove yourself from any situation where you are not clearly chosen. And that requires discipline, because part of you wants to hold on to the possibility that things might change. Part of you is attached to the moments when she shows interest. Part of you believes that if you just stay a little longer, she will eventually realize your value. But that belief is what keeps you stuck, because you are investing in potential instead of reality. And reality is what matters. Reality is what you base your decisions on, not what you hope will happen, but what is actually happening. And what is actually happening is that she is keeping you at a distance while maintaining access to you. And that is not a position you accept if you respect yourself. So you make a decision, a clear and firm decision, that you do not stay where you are not chosen. You do not entertain inconsistency. You do not respond to breadcrumbs. You do not engage with half-effort interactions. And this is where control comes in. Not control over her, but control over your own actions, because you cannot control how she behaves, but you can control how you respond. You can control whether you answer that message, whether you engage in that cycle again, whether you allow yourself to be pulled back into the same pattern. And once you start exercising that control consistently, something changes inside you. You become less reactive, less dependent on her attention, more focused on your own path. And from that place you start to see clearly that you were never lacking anything. You were simply placing your value in the wrong place. You were giving your time and energy to someone who was not aligned with you. And once you correct that, everything shifts. Your standards rise, your awareness sharpens, Your decisions become more intentional, and you no longer tolerate being an option because you understand your own value without needing someone else to confirm it. And that is the point where you take your power back completely, not by making her chase, not by playing games, but by removing yourself from any situation that does not meet your standard. And that decision alone transforms your life, because now you are no longer waiting to be chosen. You are choosing where you invest your time, your attention, your energy, and that level of clarity eliminates confusion, eliminates frustration, eliminates wasted time, and replaces it with direction, discipline, and self-respect. And once you operate from that level consistently, you become someone who cannot be placed as an option ever again, because you simply do not stay where you are not treated as a priority. And that is the standard that changes everything. You already know the truth now, and the only question left is whether you are going to act on it or go back to the same patterns that keep you stuck, drained, and easily replaceable while she moves on without hesitation. Society benefits from you staying confused, reactive, and chasing validation, because a man who understands himself, controls his emotions, and walks away without needing approval cannot be controlled or manipulated. That is exactly why the Stoic Relationship Blueprint ebook for men exists, filled with timeless principles that immediately reshape how you think, move, and operate in relationships and in life. And now it is available in audiobook, so you can absorb it while walking, training, or building yourself in silence. The link is in the comments, and once you get it, it is yours forever, meaning you will always have access to the knowledge that pulls you out of weakness and keeps you grounded no matter what situation you face. If you are ready to stop chasing and start choosing yourself, comment "I choose discipline" like this video, and subscribe so more men wake up before they waste years learning this the hard way.